Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive 717. I am back with another video. I hope you guys are doing incredibly well. Happy Friday. If you're having a long weekend, I hope you guys enjoy time well spent with your family. So I've got a reading today for you guys about the masculines. They're really missing you guys, and the overall energy that I'm feeling from them is, and there's fire, there's a fire truck going off in the background. The overall energy I get from them is they're just in a state of awe at the fact that they are longing for you and missing you so much. And I think that it's a change of like the season as well, because the fall season does naturally bring about those feelings within us. Like we are connected to nature and how things turn and how the earth moves. So with this fall season coming up and harvesting that energy of like just preparing for winter, preparing to kind of buckle down, it's almost like their thoughts are deeply entrenched with just cozying up with the feminine right now. Almost like going out and gathering a whole bunch of things, bringing it back to the home base and just bunkering down with her and really revealing everything that he has spent time storing up throughout the summer. It's like he really just wants to use this time to harvest all of his feelings towards you. I've got some cards here. I did the shuffling ahead of time, and I've got the two symbol cards here, which we'll pull at the end of the reading just to tie things up. But before I dive in, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for your overwhelming support. I love you guys as my beautiful subscribers. If you're new to the channel, join us in this beautiful community of wonderful people. But yeah, just overall, I want to deeply thank you guys so much for being here with me. I do try to interact in the comment section as much as I can, so please, this is a judgment-free zone. We all support each other. I support you guys. I know this journey can seem crazy and unorthodox at times, but life is unorthodox. Every day is a new day to create something new. We are to welcome changes instead of fearing them. And we're just to forge our own path. Many of us are really sinking in to the lessons that 2020 has brought us. And for me personally, overall, it's really taught me to put up a middle finger to anything in my path that is in my way of seeking social justice, protecting our children, and really forging my way on my own twin flame journey as well. Just knowing my truth, believing in it, giving space, treating my counterpart as though, I want to be treated. And so it's been a beautiful experience. Many of you right now too are also experiencing a lot of telepathy, but it goes beyond telepathy, guys, which is what I want to kind of get into today with this reading, because the divine masculine is missing the divine feminine, and it's almost like this humbling energy, which is in the Queen of Pentacles card here. So that's the first card here. If you notice, he's naked, first of all, very vulnerable, and he's holding onto her feet, and I feel like he is letting her know through this card is that you are the queen of my world in the physical. That's what the Pentacles energy here is representing. But the reason I feel like it's the Queen of Pentacles and not the King of Pentacles is because she's already created her own world, but because she is his world, he wants to give her everything in this world as well. I think that for many of the twin flames who are going to resonate with this reading, the divine feminine, it's her integrity, her spirit, her character that's what her riches are, okay, is what I'm getting. And that's why she's wearing her crown. She's very connected to her consciousness. She spent many lifetimes here on earth before. And she's always had this sage, wise energy about her. And it's not just when she became a woman. She's always been this way, even as a child. Like many of the divine feminines have been told, many times that they're an old soul, or even as kids, they would have, very mature conversations with adults, or, you would find yourselves in those situations where people perceived you as very mature for your age. And I really feel that that's why the feminine carries such an emotional load on this journey as well, because I think we experience so much of this journey through the heart space, whereas the masculines tend to find a lot of satisfaction and a lot of fulfillment, in the material world, which is through pentacles. But based on your character as a feminine, your reputation, the way you're able to carry yourself, you have put yourself in many, many opportunities where abundance just makes itself known, it makes itself apparent. And oftentimes the feminine doesn't have to do much either. She loves the masculine deeply, but at this time she's looking in the mirror and looking forward, and she's reassessing things right now in her life. And, like I said, with the harvest energy as well, preparing for 2021 with all of the lessons that she's gained, even through her connection. Many of the feminines are laying low right now. You guys are pretty low key. You're starting to see that being low key and just focusing on your goals, being very quiet and, just making moves here and there and being very anonymous about it. It's putting you in this Queen of Pentacles energy where the masculine has no choice but to humble himself. And I know that I've channeled this song before in my past readings, but it's Girls All Around the World by Lloyd and Lil Wayne. I'll link it in one of the cards for you guys up above, or even in the description box. But, this masculine is trying to say that, even in his Emperor energy here, he's been all around the world. He's been with a variety of women. He's had a variety of experiences. And, when I say, been with a lot of women, the feminine energy, I mean, it doesn't have to be, a male and a female. It's all energy with twin flames. It's at the core, you resonate with either a more feminine energy, or at the core, you resonate with a more masculine energy. So the body is always a vehicle, okay? And that's why we always get those reminders to pay attention to our heart and our intuition. That's why you'll often find people will say in moments of distress, like, I really feel like this is the right thing to do. Not, I think this is the right thing to do. It's like they'll always stop and try to really feel from the heart. And I feel like, with this divine masculine now, he's realizing that he has everything, like in the material world, but it's not enough. And I think that that's when they get to a point. So many of you might be dealing with like an older masculine as well, but they get to this point where it's almost like something clicks, or they have this epiphany, or they have this moment of awakening where, they have to sit down and realize that the pentacles and the material world, finding that satisfaction, it only gets them so far. They can't ignore their emotions. They can't ignore their heart space. And for many of those masculines who continue to, I guess, not really delay, because I really feel like everything happens in divine timing and everyone is entitled to take space and just live out this life experience in the way that they're guided to. But I feel like he's starting to see that there's this energy of him causing a delay by not taking action and stepping forward when it comes to matters of his own heart. And I think that he's worked so hard to have so much luxury in his life, a lot of freedom when it comes to his finances. But with all of this freedom, it's like he doesn't want to go anywhere. He doesn't want to spend money on anything. He just wants to sit there because it's not exciting. It's not fulfilling anymore unless he can do it with the divine feminine. And the thing is too, is like, he knows that because she's the Queen of Pentacles, when they do come together, she's, really not going to be overwhelmed or in awe of material things around her. She may appreciate it because the Queen of Pentacles, or that earth energy, is ruled by Venus. So she will appreciate and she will be grateful for and be thankful for beautiful surroundings and things around her. But what the masculine, and why I feel like he's sitting down with this expression on his face, is he's starting to realize that it's like, even if you didn't have all of these grand things around you, this palace, all of these jewels, the fruit, the very obvious, prominent staff over here in the shape of, you know, you guys know, then it's like it doesn't matter. It might as well be a house with a roof and four walls and a mattress, right? Like that Bob Marley song, Is This Love That I'm Feeling? I think I channeled that before with this card. You know, this is going to be that card, okay? You guys know, is this love, is this love, is it? That's his face right now. Can you guys picture it? I wanna know now. So yeah, he's starting to realize that it's like, man, I was like doing all of this work, and then here comes this woman where it's like, she already did the work. It's like that stuff doesn't matter to her. She could snap her fingers and make the material world bow at her feet if she wanted to with that Queen of Pentacles energy. And the queens too do represent patience. So many of the divine feminines too might resonate with, at one point in your journey, you might have been the Cinderella story. Oh, guys, this squirrel is like chilling out on my porch and did the cutest stretch and yawn. He's probably listening in on the reading too. I don't know if you guys can see it. I mean, I'll move my laptop, but he's just totally chilling out there. It's the cutest thing ever. But he did, oh, there he goes. Maybe he saw me filming him. He's like, what are you doing? He did the absolute cutest yawn and stretch just now. That's the first time I've ever seen a squirrel yawn, but their mouths are so small. That was like really cute. But yeah, so as we were saying, oh my God, I'm sorry guys. You guys probably got a flash of my chest there. I'm home alone and I'm not wearing a bra. Leave me alone. I'm just kidding. But yeah, he's starting to see that he did all of this work, and the feminine, you know, is very much connected to the material world. She's connected to her spirituality. She's, you know, I think I mentioned it before, has spent many lifetimes here on this earth. So with that too, with that patience comes experience, you know. Oh, what I was going to say, guys, is that some of you at one point in your journey, you might have felt the energy of being like in the Cinderella energy where you felt like you were made of like rags kind of thing, you know. And, you know, all of us go through that period in life. You know, it's like the phoenix rising from the ashes. We have to experience that, you know, part of this earthly realm, you know, has to do with seeing parts of the dark side in order to know what the light feels like. And, you know, I've been there myself too, in terms of like feeling that way. And ever since stepping on this journey, and many of you will resonate with this as well, it's like all of a sudden magic starts happening in your life where you start learning about manifesting or focusing your thoughts on desires that you want and taking action and being fearless and creating. It's like you start learning all these things, and now the divine masculine's looking at the feminine like she's such a force to be reckoned with. You know, that very beautiful Queen of Pentacles energy. And look at how her hand is on her leg here as well. You know, to me, it's almost saying like she's very careful with her energy. And this is what amazes him. It's that she's not concerned with luxury. She's very protective of her energy, who she exchanges energies with, you know, who she gives her time to. And I think that for the masculine, he's so used to women just dropping what they're doing, and because has such a strong presence in the material world. But the divine feminine looks beyond that. You know, she really wants to see what's in his eyes, how he carries himself, if he's gentle, and she'll try to really protect herself in that way again, like with the leg coming in towards her, you know, but he's on his sort of like knees or lying down to let her know that he's approaching with caution. And I feel, you know, like, speaking of caution, because it's like the night energy doesn't come until later on where he sits down and has the conversation with her. But, you know, speaking of this energy and approaching her with caution and realizing that even though he's in his emperor energy, all along it never really mattered to the feminine whether he was in his emperor energy or his Two of Pentacles energy, where he was just starting off. Right? It's like he always saw her as his wish come true, someone he could grow with the green on her dress. You know, and she's looking away. It reminds me of the song Riptide, where he says this cowboy's running from himself and she's been living on the highest shelf. So it's like he's always been too afraid to approach her, because it's like a part of him always felt that if she's my wish come true or dream come true, then she must be, too good. But on the mirror side, the feminine was feeling that Cinderella energy, which is why she's looking off. And you could tell too with her body language, with her elbows out and exposed like that, almost like I'm not even sure if she's just, feeling shy of him approaching even. She's looking down at the floor rather than looking up, all confident. So it's like they're mirroring each other here. But with the beautiful magic bush burning, it, to me, is a symbol of the love that they have both felt for each other. And I think it continues to move itself forward, because the two is that energy of just coming together. And we have the Two of Wands after coming up. So I think that the masculine is trying his very best to, get out of this energy a little bit. Maybe the cockiness of realizing that he has it all in the material world, and coming now in this humble form of realizing that, it's really your, again, like with the feminine, your integrity, your character, the way you treat other people, that is richness to me. That's what she's saying to him, which is why he's kind of having to humble himself again, approach her with caution. But this time around, it's, that energy of her feeling the way she did is not there anymore, because, with the Two of Wands coming up here, she's not afraid of getting vulnerable. I love the way that she's partially dressed here. She's bare feet, like she doesn't care. And it goes back to that beginning energy of the feminine really realizing that she had to put an end to her fear about what others thought about her being on this journey. And I feel like the masculine is having to learn to compromise with her, be gentle with her, be cautious in conversation, and be truthful, because he feels the energy of the twin flame as well. And everything about this picture speaks about Thanksgiving for me, or just that hunter-gatherer energy. It's like they both have, really felt the effects of the summer. And now that it's fall, it's like they really kind of want to hibernate together, and he wants to talk to her. This might have been the energy for the summer. It's like he's wanting to approach, you're looking away. Maybe when you're looking, he's looking away, kind of thing. But I feel like these energies are wrapping up because, we have our Knight of Pentacles. So again, a lot of energy coming out in the material world here. And I think that this is almost like the feminine's period of feeling the victory. So in this card, I love that she's holding up her dress, because you could see that she takes care of herself. She's wearing her pantyhose. She's maybe wearing a garter belt here to hold them up. She's got beautiful jewelry around her hands, and she's not accepting his fruit with all of her hands open. And all of the red that he's wearing, it speaks volumes about the passion that he feels for her. But he notices her hand, a bit of worry there that she's not taking the fruit, or she's hesitating, I should say, to take the fruit. So this might represent the energy of the masculines really having to prepare and come forward in the material world, taking action physically. So a lot of you have been kind of feeling the energy of like, okay, I can feel you energetically. I see you in my dreams. I see you in the song synchronicities, but where are you, kind of thing. So he's going to make sure that he's coming in with a sure energy. He seems kind of worried here, so I'm curious to see what these two cards have under it. But I feel like the feminine, it's okay to let him kind of sweat a little bit, I guess, is what I'm saying, because I feel like he'll go through a lot of transformation with this energy as well. And I think that it will teach him a great deal of, how you are, or what you've had to kind of endure in terms of being vulnerable in the connection as well very early on. Because many of you have expressed deeply how you felt towards your counterpart, but he has yet to express a lot of those deep feelings of, wanting you to be his forever. And that moment will come, divine feminines. Because, you know, you can really see here that she's walking by foot, and she's making him sweat by thinking about it. Maybe many of the divine feminines have chosen to kind of step back at this time, or wait, like the spider web, you know, just kind of like wait to see what's going on. And so I love that spreading your wings comes up, because it kind of reminds me of the knights taking action. They are being guided to take a risk, is what I get from the wings, and they're being supported by their angels. Their angels are whispering to them. Maybe now they're starting to see like the flickering of lights around them, or they're starting to hear whispers. They're being guided towards, you know, certain decisions and certain actions to take, and it's leading them to see the magic of the universe. Like, it's almost like, oh, okay, that was cool to listen to that voice in my head because it was right. You know, whereas before they might have never paid attention to that stuff, or hesitated to make decisions, or, you know, they might have heard that voice, but then they would have second guessed it and then gone back. So they're starting to realize that there is that connection to the outside world out there, to the cosmos, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. And, you know, many of them are wanting to come close to the feminine, because you're the only one that understands this energy, divine feminines. You're the only one that he can talk about this stuff to, and you're not going to think that he's crazy or go off on a tangent. You're really going to say, didn't I tell you were going to experience that stuff? And you guys are going to have such beautiful, wonderful conversations about this. But the divine feminine energy is really leading him, even though he's on horse. You're still that powerful, my dear feminines. You're leading him to spread his wings, leave the nest, take the risk, and do what it is that you want to do. And I feel that your love will spread like wildfire. And it says wildflowers here. You know, that beautiful wildflowers that if you're maybe in Canada or the US or wherever you are and you're traveling by road and you see a lot of grass or what we might perceive as like weeds, but it's not actually weeds. It's like a beautiful arrangement of like a beautiful flower pattern right across a stretch of a highway. And it captures your eye. You know, I think that, and I also get to like fertility with this card, but like I get like the love growing is what I get from that, the love spreading. Maybe surprises too for the divine feminine in terms of when the masculine will show up, because what I noticed too is like the bow here, like you see how it's neatly tied. So almost like thought went into connecting with you and surprising you. So there's going to be a lot of changes that are coming up with the masculines. And I think that, you know, for many of them, they're willing to just humble themselves and take the uncomfortable feelings of just coming forward and connecting with you again, because they're in a state of feeling very childlike about this embarrassing feeling of coming towards you again. But what's making them want to do it or charge forward is this exciting feeling of the new changes to come. Like all different kinds of flowers are going to start growing for you guys. Having conversations that you've never had before, hearing each other laugh hysterically at jokes, you know, conducting yourselves with each other in a more comfortable, peaceful way. And I feel like it's going to be a really, you know, beautiful change and a lot of nice feelings coming up for this fall season. All right. I hope that this reading was helpful in some way. I really enjoy just expressing these cards to you guys and spending time with you. Again, if you want to connect with me, hit me up at wizio.com. We can do a session one-on-one. If you want to subscribe to the channel, like the video, everything helps to, you know, just kind of get the messages out and grow our community even more. All right. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves, and I will speak to you in the next video. Bye, guys.